You know what I find really strange? I find it strange that the NRA is like the only lobby group that's trying to uphold a constitutional right. Think about that for a second. The NRA is a lobby group that the people pay into to uphold their constitutional right. They lobby politicians, pay politicians to uphold their rights. And guess who's got a problem with this? The left and the mainstream media keep portraying the NRA as an evil lobby group that needs to be feared and wiped out, as it's full of heartless monsters that just want to see your children dead. But I'm not at all shocked that the left is trying to take away more individual constitutional rights. What better way to fight for rights and equalities than to take away rights and equalities? They are, after all, the same group that claims that diversity is their strength, but equality is their goal. Someone will have to explain that one to me one day. But let's get right to the issue. Guns, guns, and more guns. I like guns. I like shooting them. I like looking at them. I like the idea behind them. And I will collect them soon enough. I'm very pro-gun. And apparently, that makes me a monster in the eyes of the media and the left. In fact, this makes me a heartless monster. A monster that wants to allow people to shoot up churches, gay nightclubs, stadiums, and even elementary schools. How dare I suggest that citizens lawfully walk into licensed establishments and purchase sanctioned firearms with their own money? How will I sleep at night with all that innocent blood on my hands? Honestly, quite well. We already know that I'm an avid supporter of personal freedoms and responsibilities, and I will not accept the blame and responsibility for shitty people doing shitty things around me. I don't accept the responsibility of drunk drivers killing people in DUIs, even though I am a supporter of certain intoxicants, as well as operating motorized vehicles. And why should I? I don't drink and drive, nor do I intend to, and if I do, I wouldn't want others to take the blame. And here's a fun fact. More than 50% of all gun-related deaths are self-inflicted. And the number of car-related deaths are much higher than gun deaths. But shh, we already know what would happen if the left finds out. They'll ban cars in inner cities to reduce car crime. Whoops, looks like that's already happening. And after they banned guns in the UK, the rate of stabbing skyrocketed. So, they decided to ban the sale of knives to anyone under 18. Kitchen knives, no less. Butter knives. I just don't understand how a movement that named itself after liberty can advocate for so much oppression. Literally protesting in the streets to remove people's rights. I guess I understand that they think they're protecting people when they do it, but I still find it dumber than dumb. As with all doublethink, it's ridiculous that these people just can't stand freedom to such an extent that they will literally blame the actions of insane people on people who want to maintain their rights. And inherently punish people who've done nothing wrong. Punish the people that are law-abiding citizens. So let's break this down. We know it is illegal to speed, and people still do it. We know it's illegal to drive under the influence, and yet people still do it. We know it's illegal to drive without a license, and yet people still do it. So guess the next step is just to ban cars outright. Right? And that logic is transferable. As in the UK, where they have the same nanny state bullshit, they banned the guns. They banned all the guns. So, stabbing skyrocketed. So, they restricted the sale of knives. So, acid attacks rose. Acid attacks rose. I'm honestly getting really tired of reiterating the point that I refuse to take responsibility for the actions of other people. And I refuse to blame the actions of insane people on inanimate objects, on laws, on regulations, and on other people that weren't even involved. That's not how this works. And if my own child was involved in a school shooting on one end of the gun or the other, I would still not blame the gun used or the laws surrounding the situation. Because here's the thing, I'm Canadian. And we have a combination of strict gun laws and pretty lax laws. In Ontario, there's no long gun registration, which means you can buy all the rifles you want without even registering them with the government. But we do have gun ownership licenses and some registration for other firearms. And guess who commits the most gun crimes? Primarily urban youths involved in gang activity with illegally acquired and possessed firearms. The guns they use are illegally possessed and illegally operated. So, I'm far less worried about people that possess their guns legally and know how to operate and maintain them. But you can put your faith in the law if you must. But there's one blaring point staring you right in the face. It's already illegal to kill people! And adding any law surrounding that one is just peripheral bureaucratic bullshit. Thank you. Have a good night.